As you can see, I've taken out all the other bolts, leaving just these right here. So I took the nuts off, took the washer off. So all that's left for you to do, and of course you're going to do that, all the others is push the bolt out. And that's providing that you already have your tire hooked up to your engine hoist with strain on it. So the engine hoist is already basically lifting the tire. So when you do this, you don't have to worry about the wheel coming down on your hand or your foot or whatever. So right now, all the bolts are out. Now let's take these studs off. The studs pretty easy to come off, as you can see. Got it off. I need to get it through here, which I don't think I can. Okay, so that's what the stud looks like. And this part right here, this came out of here. So it's like that. So this part right here, let me take it out. Sorry for the crazy videos. I'm not a YouTuber really. So it's gonna be choppy all over the place. So this right here was affixed to like that. See? Like that. And of course it was in here. Of course, I'm gonna make a video when I'm actually putting it back together. So that's one bracket down. I'm gonna get the others out, do all of them. Got one there, 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 there. What I'm gonna do, I don't know if it, well, I'll see, we got this one here. I don't know if it makes any sense for me to do this, but I'm just gonna play it safe. You see this thingy right here, like a clamp or a bracket? I'm gonna make an X right here, just to make sure that when I'm putting it back together, it's lined up. I don't think it makes a difference, but hey, this is the first time I'm doing this, so I don't want to make any mistakes. Simple mistakes that could have been avoided by just making a simple mark. So I'm going to put a mark right there. So when I put it back together, it's in line with this. Okay? All right. Okay, now as you can see, all my studs are off, and actually the tires, see? Tires basically dangling on my engine hoist. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move it off, put the wheel side, and I start working on getting the hub or the hub. I think it's the hub. I think earlier on I said it was the rim, but this is actually the rim. That's the hub. So that's gonna be my next feat. See you soon. Okay, yeah, I'm out of breath. All right, so this is where I'm at right now. So the wheel tire is off. There it is. So all that's left now is just the hub. I'm assuming that's a hub. Correct me if I'm wrong. So this is how I'm gonna get that off. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 huge ass bolts. Pardon my French. Got to take this little cotter pin out. Or whatever, C clamp, C pin, whatever that is. Got to take that out. Unbolt these to get this off. Now I know this is as heavy, maybe as heavy as the weight as the wheel itself. So I'm gonna have to hook my engine hoist up to this. Put some tension on it as usual, like I did with a wheel. Unbolt them, take it off, put it right next door to the tire. All right, I'll continue when I get that done. Okay, so yeah, so it's nut and bolt. So got those big nuts right there. So of course I'm gonna have to maybe put a vice grip down here on this nut. You can see it, so it doesn't spin. Or well, actually put it here and take those nuts off. Okay, so if you look, I don't know if you can see it, but if you look right here, there's a groove right here, so it's a joint. So this part is actually built onto the hub. All of this is in one, and this part is like a clamp that actually clamps on to the axle right here. So when I take these bolts off, these nuts off, this part right here should come right off. And then I'll be able to actually use the hoist and move this right here. Okay, so here we go. Take this out. Take this one out. Already took that one out. This should be the last one that's holding this. So I'm just gonna put my knee underneath there. Hopefully, all right. It's coming down, it's falling. But my knee has it. Okay, and there it is. So it came from under there. See that groove? See that groove right there? That was actually fitting in onto the axle. And it has a bar here. I want to think this is maybe like a bar that the groove sits on, so the axle, so it doesn't spin. But I'll go into that, in more detail later. So this is basically just sitting on here. And I think with the aid of this bar, I think there's another one of these there. So it's just sitting on there with the aid of that bar, so it actually doesn't fall off. So I'm gonna hook I should have already hooked my my hoist onto it, but I got ahead of myself. So I'm gonna do that right now, take this off, and I'll show you some more. Okay, so I got my engine hoist hooked up to the hub. I'm gonna call it a hub, but it's fused on it, I guess, onto the axle. I guess it's not coming off, by itself. So I'm gonna use my sledge, tap it, and it should just come right off. And my hoist is holding it, so it shouldn't go anywhere too far, anywhere at all. There you go. There you go. Always wear goggles, okay? Safety goggles. Ain't got none on, but you know what? Let me put my glasses on. I know better. Better than nothing. All right, let's do this again. Okay, I think it's loose. So let me hoist it up. See if it will just come right off. So I got that off. I'm gonna move it out of the way. I'm a novice, guys. Don't judge. I'm a novice. But safety is always first, even for a novice like me. So it's jacked up good. It's all right. So let me get that out of the way. Then I'll start. I'll take the fender off. Then I'll start taking the axle off. Okay, so there's that bad boy. Oh, this thing is heavy. It's as heavy as a tire. Trust me in that. So this is what I was actually trying to explain. So see right here? This is where the axle, this part of the axle right here is inserted in here. Sorry, in this groove. And then this part clamped up underneath it like so. And those bolts bolted on. I made a boo-boo. I forgot to take this cotter pin, this little C-clamp out first. Now I got it, so let me put it in here. Okay. Now, those bars right here actually came out with, it's in here. This bar right here. See this bar? Yeah, I thought it would have been left back on the axle, but it actually came out with a frame with this right here, clamp. So that's a good thing. Because I was thinking I'd have to notch it out, but it came out, so that's good. So my next feat now is to take the fender off and then figure out how to get the axle off. I have the manual, and what the manual told me, the manual said to take these bolts out and put a pry bar, but I'm going to use a jack, and pry this part of the frame out, so I'll have easier access to taking out the axle. But I'll show you all of that when I get to it. I'm going to take this off now, which is the